heavily for servicing debt.
The Ministry of Finance has denied assertions by a section of the media suggesting that Ghana's debt had hit the 70% to GDP threshold, therefore making the country a highly indebted poor country. The statement said the ratio of public debt to total productivity or gross domestic product increased from 59.9% in January 2015 to 71.32% in June 2015 and declined significantly to 62.3% in July 2015. The head of finance of the University of Ghana Business School, Dr. Godfred Bokping, tells TV3 the country's debt burden could put the economy in high distress in servicing its debts.
That is not to suggest that we are necessarily epic. We are a high-risk debt distress country now. That in itself may not be a problem. Doing 70% or 68% in itself may not be the problem. The problem is that the economy is not growing to be able to generate sufficient cash flow to service our debt and then the principal.
Over the past few years, Ghana's debt stock has risen mainly due to exogenous factors affecting government's revenue and the cedi depreciation. Dr. Bokping explains why he remains hesitant in describing Ghana as a epic nation.
There are other indicators like the present value of debt to GDP, the present value of debt to export revenue. We can also look at debt service to revenue ratio. We can look at debt service to export revenue and all of that. So perhaps along these other indicators, our performance may be below the policy dependency threshold, which may suggest that, yes, we are not that risky.
Ghana's total public debt rose to 94.5 billion Ghana cedis, an equivalent of 23.7 billion US dollars by the end of June, equivalent to 71% of GDP.
And let's move to the power sector. The Minister of Power and Dr. Kwabena Donkor, the Minister of Power, Dr. Kwabena Donkor, and the Minister of Finance, Seth Tekpe, and other energy stakeholders are holding a conference to discuss the way forward in dealing with Ghana's power crisis. Our energy correspondent, Sandra Amakwe, joins us on the line. She has been sitting through that meeting to tell us what some of the key issues that have been discussed are. Sandra, good afternoon and thank you for joining us. Hello, Sandra. Yes, Sandra. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Martin.
Good. Can you tell us what some of the key issues that have been raised are?
Okay, so the meeting, we had independent private partners, that foreign investors that are coming in to invest into the power sector. The Minister of Power, Dr. Kwabena Donkor, was the one who gave the keynote address, and the theme was on unlocking Ghana's power potential issues. And then he stated that government was on course with its short-term measures to deal with the power crisis. So the short-term measures, he mentioned that by the end of the year, we are on course to bring about 30 megawatts by the end of the year. So he stated that 220 thermal plants will be done, 110 steam thermal plants. He said the car power ship will also be in, that's 225. And then the first phase of the thermal plants will also be in. What he also added was that they were on course for the long-term projects to ensure that we'll have 3,000 megawatts. He also talked about tariffs also, which he said that the tariffs that we are supposed to pay should be cost reflective. He spoke about the ECG privatization, which he said that the ministry was on course with MCC to restructure ECG. But the minister stated that the major challenge now was that how to get money to finance projects. Martin, if you can remember, the power budgets that were supposed to come in by September couldn't come in because government couldn't guarantee the budget, and now they have guaranteed one, that is $50 million. So the minister raised issues that foreign investors should find some innovative way in order to finance their own projects than waiting for government to guarantee the projects. It delays projects and you are unable to meet deadlines. That's what he said.
A very comprehensive report there. Thank you very much, Sandra Amakwe, TV3's energy correspondent, and updating us on that meeting between the finance minister, the power minister, deliberating on how we can solve Ghana's power crisis.